And without further ado, here we go. This is our main event of the evening. This is why you're watching. Terence Crawford, the pound for pound.
Presenting first, the fighter standing in the blue corner, the challenger, wearing black with red and white trim on the scale. He registered an official 146 3/4 pounds. And tonight, he enters the ring for the 34th time as a professional with 29 victories against only 3 losses, 1 bout Yatigorsk, Russia, and now fighting out of Newark, England. Here to spoil the party, David Avanesyan. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing Cornhusker red and white, he weighed in at an official 146 1/2 pounds. Started from the bottom tonight. He enters the BLK Prime Ring, universally recognized as the pound-for-pound king, with an undefeated professional record. Born, bred, and reppin' Omaha, Nebraska.
Obey my commands. Touch glove. God bless. Good luck. There we go.
They say that Las Vegas sure feels like it's in Omaha. David Avanesyan, 29-3-1 for the WBO welterweight championship of the world.
So I wonder if Avanesyan is surprised to see Crawford coming out in the right-handed stance of round 1.
13 months ago, a knockout win over Sean Porter.
Crawford always measuring. Avanesyan tries to get into range. Crawford tries to walk him into something.
As long as Crawford's throwing that jab, that controlling jab like that, keeping Avanesyan at bay, it's going to be
big right hand.
Just a little bit too lazily. And Avanesyan was able to come over the top. Prospects that he beat, the guys who basically he exposed that maybe weren't as good as like this, where they have no staying power in the ring once he stays in their face. But a guy like Crawford is going to show a lot of different wrinkles and angles now.
He's to southpaw now. He came out, surprised everyone, conventional, but now he's back in.
Crawford will sit there being just as patient as Avanesyan will, and he'll open him up. So it's going to be up to Avanesyan. And
you got to be in good shape to fight someone like Avanesyan as well.
Yep.
Wait. So a good start for the Armenian.
Well, this is the shot that Avanesyan landed. And it just looked like Crawford was backing up and didn't expect him to come by. Surprise!
Yeah, there it is again.
See, he switched on that, and he never thought that right hand was coming from that angle. And that's why that punch landed. Crawford got to understand that this guy's tricky and slick, and he's desperate. He's going to
consistently will sometimes cause them to panic and break.
Start putting that left hand behind that if he want to detour Avanesyan. This guy feels like he can get some shots in right now.
And very patient as to when he wants to let go of the backhand, he's able to snap it off good. But Avanesyan will be like a buzzsaw in front of him, though.
Crawford slick, though.
And because he fights out twitch stance to get out on the left side, it makes it really tough to cut off the ring on him.
35 years old and hasn't fought in over a year. You always wonder, hey, has Father Time?
He got Father Time in the chokehold right now. For real. Looking at Crawford. He's not overreacting. He's not being, bothered by anything that Avanesyan is doing.
Body shot there from Avanesyan. Left hook.
In his face, so he'll keep Crawford thinking.
Oh, that scored as well. Avanesyan has success. Well, Crawford's going to have to beat Avanesyan and win a fight against somebody like this.
Yeah. Avanesyan now starting to switch stances. Stress it again. No frills from Avanesyan. He just wants to stay in your face and try to see if that creates a panic or a break. But again, you have to be a bit more tricky than just pressuring him. The left hand by Avanesyan catches part of the shoulder from Crawford. Then on the way out, he put the ones that succeed to the ones that don't succeed. They all can fight, but it's the staying power. And guys like Avanesyan, whether you have any staying power in the ring, and what I mean by staying power is your ability to tough fight for 10, 12 rounds, mentally draining you, and your ability to still execute a game plan underneath those circumstances.
Fighter, and if you ain't in the A class, you get exposed to just like that.
Avanesyan, and he is putting up, I think, a better fight so far than almost anyone thought he would.
Now, the one thing Crawford can't do is underestimate Avanesyan, because sometimes you'll see a shot coming thinking, oh, it ain't nothing.
He's had some knockouts lately.
Comfortable. He's controlling the distance with his jab and his counter-punch ability. He's letting the fight come to him and breaking down David Avanesyan.
He's going to get better as the rounds progress. Nice body shot by Crawford. You see the reaction.
He's choosing southpaw orthodox. He's squared up.
Being a bit more active now. I don't know if it's because Avanesyan's forcing him to be, because he's throwing more shots.
No, it's pressure. It's pressure. But this is what David has to do if he's going to put himself in this fight.
Again, he tests your staying power. We already know Crawford has staying power, so although this will make Crawford work harder than he wants.
To the body. I know Crawford loves to go to the body, but the body is not there. He's sticking that jab sometime in that body a little bit to slow this guy down.
Nice spin move from Crawford. Throws a right to the body. And well, he's about as tough as they come.
Touching me downstairs with that stiff-ass jab. Hey, once you slip.
So that action we saw in that last round. Nice little spin move by Crawford on the out. We have a nice little body shot.
Game, I mean, this guy's proven, he's qualified. Everyone knows he's tough, and this is an opportunity in boxing. So, of course, I felt like he would bring his best game tonight. But the cream always rises.
It's a good look for him. You know, he's known to come up short at these levels, but it's in the way that he comes up short opportunities against even the prospects that then he winds up beating. So
Avanesyan lands a right. And now another right from Avanesyan.
Himself and keep himself in the mix.
You know, a lot of times when a fighter has some success when he's not expected security in the fight. Now, I think Crawford might be letting him get a little comfortable, but I know he's going to raise his hand.
Right hand from Crawford sneaks through.
He forces his way inside, does Avanesyan. Very, very calm and collected.
I don't think we want to see too many.
Nice right hand by Avanesyan. But let's not forget, Crawford's been off for 13 months, right? So this is kind of get some rounds, make him think.
Nice uppercut from Avanesyan.
You know, it's part of the ring rust as well, and you also Avanesyan's pretty quality. So you know, it's to kind of get back in the fight that Crawford's going to need.
If Crawford stay in this speed all night long, I think want to raise that level up and take it up a notch. Then
here goes Crawford. He's on the front foot now. This crowd is rallying behind him to stay in the pocket. He doesn't know where else to go. He lives in the pocket.
That's it.
You see the changes from Crawford. Look at it. This is the thing of beauty that I'm talking about with Terence Crawford.
And now they're going toe to toe.
But also look at the change of speed in Crawford. Oh, nice shots. Avanesyan at the belt.
That was a solid.
But again, a live guy in front of him. This is the kind of guy he needs to knock him hard right on the knees there. You know, so again, look at the change of speed. He goes up and down the gears in the midst of combinations, and this makes him very difficult to time. And right at the end of the round, Avanesyan wanted some good body shots from both guys there. And that made Crawford step back. Oh, there it is right there.
And cheering with your hands.
Yeah, he'll fight back. You know, a lot of times.
The change in levels of Terence Crawford. He controls the distance perfectly, and that's just making it hard for David Avanesyan.
Look at that. Crawford almost starts to do the drills on him. Those are like little bag drills you do with the touches. These are like little things you do on the bag when you're drilling. Crawford does them to opponents.
Still in the southpaw position is Crawford.
Well, although he switches every second.
Left hand by Avanesyan gets a smirk from Crawford, but he knows
you haven't convinced him that he's not going to win tonight. So he keeps pushing it, looking to change his look. And thereby forces Crawford to. But again, it keeps Crawford working because he got the ring cut off on him.
Good body shot.
Uppercut, a slick uppercut from Crawford into the... Another left hand for Crawford. Is the problem.
And that's the problem with Crawford. You chase him, you trap him, and then he gets the best of you in the exchange.
Good uppercut.
Oh. Good left there from Avanesyan.
See, Avanesyan gets through in there, but the shots, Crawford's shot selection is very good. Avanesyan is more of a hustle guy on the inside, and he'll get us on his hustle alone. But it's Crawford with the shot selection.
Avanesyan with a straight as well, but here comes Crawford firing away. Good action round here in Omaha.
Body attack has been really good this fight. You know, he's got to mix it up upstairs and downstairs very well. Upstairs and downstairs. I just don't think he's thinking it through as much as Crawford is. A lot of times Avanesyan will just move his hands. Seems like he's selecting the shots carefully. You're missing the clock.
Look like the glove open.
Somali and Henry Cooper
between the rounds, the next round.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, you would think the cut and the gloves, if he were hit Avanesyan just the right way, that could slice his head open. And look how Crawford just continuously throws punches to keep
speed on the shots, change of strength on the shots as well. Not every shot Crawford's throwing is meant to draw something out of Avanesyan so he can counter him as well.
Oh, there's a nice right hook from Avanesyan. And that gives
nothing in there.
And you may not like him when he's angry.
You do start to wonder, you start to make comparisons with Spence and Crawford, right, when you see things like this. Spence is at this distance, that is when he's at its most effective. But it's really interesting how Crawford will handle that. There's been a lot of close quarters.
I knew it wouldn't be long before we start drawing the comparisons to the big proposed fight that's in New England.
Become Crawford's favorite in this fight. There's another one, just misses.
I like to see that right hand up a little bit by Bud, man. I like to see that right hand.
I think Avanesyan might have felt one of the body shots.
Crawford, look at him just going upstairs and downstairs, picking. Oh, nice stood him up with that uppercut as well. Into the body.
Taking it up the gears. Nice.
Oh, what a right hand from Terence. Flat on his back. He knocked him out. He's still on top of his game.
It was the uppercut time. The uppercut by a hook.
He set it up all night.
Uppercut followed up with a right hook. That was it.
And just like that, says to Omaha, I'm still here.
Want to wish the best for Avanesyan, though he went down tremendously hard.
I wonder if Avanesyan realizes
2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 6, your winner by way of KO, still WBO welterweight champion of the world,